Paul Newman și Joanne Woodward, doi dintre cei mai respectați și iubiți actori de la Hollywood, lor le este dedicată seria de documentare așteptată de milioane de fani din întreaga lume, The Last Movie Stars. Regia îi aparține numai puțin celebrului actor Ethan Hawke.
You want to be responsible, but you also want to be responsible to the audience and make sure that they understand why these people are so worth listening to. You don't want to make it too long, but you also know that everything you cut out, every brilliant interview they did, you're like, well, you know, that the waves wash a lot of the sandcastle away, you know, and I'm trying to preserve elements of their life and their narrative and their story and make it relevant to people. And there were times where it felt completely, you know, like, what's the right word? Choking almost. Because, you know, especially, you know, in Scorsese was helping us, and that even made the pressure seem more, because it made me aware of, right, we have to do this really well, because a lot of people care about them.
Este întotdeauna greu să pătrunzi în intimitatea unei familii de actori celebri. Există și părți despre care fiecare membru al familiei ar vrea să vorbească mai puțin, spre deloc, pentru că țin de istoria personală și de memoria intimă mai întâi a unor oameni și abia mai apoi a unor actori faimoși.
Families are so close to people. They love them. They're not a two-dimensional object. They're not a lead of a documentary to them. It's mom and dad, you know, but they're smart enough and artist enough to know that if we don't make a meaningful documentary, a puff piece is of no interest to the world. And so they're aware of that. But I want them to be happy, but at the same time, I want to make sure it's a good documentary, you know? And so and then also as an actor, I felt a responsibility to my profession. You know, I'm so lucky to have so many talented friends who were coming to help me out, and I wanted them to be glad they did and not take advantage of them, but to, you know, I wanted this thing to be ultimately be a love letter to our profession. You know, I think if you watch the whole thing, you kind of get to know him and you realize that he didn't have a lot of interest in writing a memoir about himself. I think there was a moment in time where it seemed kind of fun to talk to his old friends and everything. Sometimes I think it was an exercise in provoking his memory and that he never intended to do it. But I think that he would be glad that somebody else did it.